Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk big than actually climb very high in his career. He might have strong opinions and express himself loudly, which can give the impression that he's ambitious. He's not the type who sticks with a tough job or works quietly behind the scenes.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to get upset quickly and may not handle pressure well. Instead of bouncing back and calmly solving problems, he might react with anger, frustration, or even walk away from the situation for a while. Sometimes he could lash out at others or complain loudly rather than looking for solutions.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He often finds himself in disagreements and can rub people the wrong way at work. Because he speaks his mind strongly and gets upset easily, it's common for him to get into arguments or hurt feelings, sometimes without meaning to. His words might be harsh, and he doesn't go out of his way to be polite or gentle.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he might struggle with mixed feelings. On one hand, he does care and may want to show support. Sometimes, instead of celebrating with you, he could pull away or become distant.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he is likely to feel insecure and secretly resent it. Even if he doesn't say it outright, you may notice him becoming moody or quiet or making small, hurtful remarks about your job or success. You will probably have to deal with his up and down feelings quite often.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not someone who handles money carefully. He's more likely to spend without much planning, maybe picking things that catch his eye or spending on a whim when he feels like it. You may find yourself stressing over money issues or even having to take charge of the finances if you're together.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is the kind of person who often tries to look richer than he actually is. He might buy flashy things, go out to expensive places, or talk big about his lifestyle, even if his wallet doesn't match his words. This can lead to money problems over time or even debts he hides from you.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed and generous, especially when he cares about someone or wants to show his feelings. He can be kind in his own way, giving gifts or helping out without being asked. Sometimes this kindness is thoughtful, but other times it may be more about proving a point or getting attention.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive about money than open and honest. He might not feel comfortable talking about his spending, debts, or financial troubles. This kind of behavior can lead to trust issues in a relationship.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is not naturally organized or hardworking, so he might hope someone else will take care of things at home. Even though he won't say straight out that housework is only your job, you may find him avoiding chores or leaving messes for you to handle. He might help when asked, especially if he sees you struggling, but don't expect him to step up on his own.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
Most of the time, he's more likely to help by watching or giving instructions than by actually rolling up his sleeves. He may step in if you ask or if things get messy enough to bother him. But you shouldn't count on steady, hands on support with chores or baby care. Often, he prefers talking about what needs to be done rather than doing it himself.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is much more likely to argue just to prove that he's right rather than really trying to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he tends to push his own point of view strongly and may get defensive or even angry if you challenge him. Listening quietly or stepping into your shoes isn't something he does easily.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often says hurtful things or acts in an aggressive way. You might see him shout, make sharp or cutting remarks, or even slam doors and walk away. Staying calm and respectful in a fight isn't his strength.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry quickly. Small things can set him off, and his reactions can be sudden and intense. It may leave you walking on eggshells, always worried about setting him off.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and take true responsibility when things go wrong. Instead, he's more likely to blame you or make excuses for his behavior. This can leave you feeling unheard and burdened by things that aren't your fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may have trouble respecting boundaries, especially if he wants something or feels strongly about an issue. Sometimes he might push back or argue when you say no instead of quietly accepting your wishes. You might have to repeat yourself or stand your ground firmly, which can be exhausting over time.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may become upset, blame you, or act distant if he feels rejected. This can put pressure on you and make you feel guilty for simply having your own needs or limits.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be cautious. If he gets upset or feels hurt, he might bring up private moments during fights or use your personal feelings against you in anger. Trust is built on knowing your secrets and vulnerabilities are safe.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's the type who can be easily distracted by other women. Because he seeks excitement and attention, he may flirt or enjoy the thrill of new company even when he's in a relationship. His focus can shift if he feels bored or if things aren't going smoothly between you two.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be over possessive, showing signs of jealousy and even being controlling or suspicious. He might check up on you, question where you go or who you talk to, and get upset if you spend time with others, especially men. This kind of behavior isn't about love, it's about insecurity and wanting control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in his case, what he calls protective often comes from a controlling personality. At first, he may say he's just looking out for you or that he worries because he cares. His concern can feel heavy, like rules instead of real support.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He's likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He might step in here and there, especially when you're struggling or ask for help, but he won't naturally treat parenting as a shared job. If you want a true team effort, you'll need to set clear rules and keep reminding him of what's fair.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes or tantrums can set him off, leading to yelling harsh words or even sending the kids away instead of helping them through the problem. Over time, this can make the kids nervous about coming to him with problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may struggle to support you fully as both a mother and your own person. While he might care about you, his focus is often on his own needs or opinions, and he might overlook your dreams, feelings, or personal growth outside of family duties. Instead of building you up, he might expect you to fit a certain role at home.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might support your career in the beginning, but then expect you to quit or change once you have a child. He may be okay with your work when it's convenient for him, but his true expectations often show up after big life changes, like becoming parents. Don't ignore any uneasy feelings. Your career and sense of self matter even after you become a mother.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. His manners might seem okay when everyone's watching, but don't expect deep, friendly conversations or genuine interest. True warmth means caring, respect, and joy, not just formal greetings or avoiding problems. He will likely expect your family to change for him rather than making much effort to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He may react with anger, sharp words, or stubbornness, which can turn small problems into big fights. You could find yourself caught in the middle, trying to calm things down while he digs in his heels.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may seem modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to become the perfect traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He might enjoy a relaxed or equal relationship when it's just the two of you, but change his attitude during family gatherings or whenever elders are present. You deserve respect and consistency. How you're treated shouldn't depend on who's watching.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He may avoid conflict by staying silent, hoping the problem will go away, or he might agree with them just to keep peace, even if it's unfair to you. Being able to count on your partner is important, especially in family matters.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to be a mummy's boy and will usually choose his mother's side in a conflict. Even if he listens to you in private, when it comes to standing up for you in front of his mother, he may avoid it or give in to her wishes to keep things easy at home. Remember, you deserve a partner who puts your relationship first and is willing to back you up when it matters.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He may turn to them for advice, comfort, or just out of habit, even when it involves matters that should stay between husband and wife. This can leave you feeling exposed and betrayed, as family members may begin to judge you or interfere in your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man can feel like walking on a tightrope every day. There may be moments of kindness or caring, but they are quickly overshadowed by mood swings, arguments, and his need to control or win rather than understand.